just gonna kind of
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I got one. Just chat.
So you got no ticket?
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got the videotape going on myself today. It's taping day for me. Just FYI. So today we're going to do a few different things. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you a little survey. I want some feedback on how this class is going for you. This class, if you're in the health class, also it's not about that. It's about this period, period 2. And I'd like some feedback so that I can use it as I'm planning later lessons for you. I want to make sure that you're getting what you want out of this class, especially if you're planning on going to college. And this survey, you can sign your name if you want, but you don't have to. Okay?
I'm going to take roll. Dalva. Armando.
Here.
Jezreel.
Are done with the feedback, then get out a notebook. We're going to do a writing lesson today. We're going to revisit our personal statements. Who has their personal statement with them today from last time? That's what I was afraid of. Who still has it? I hope you guys still have them because you're going to need them. Remember the whole thing about you talked about yourself and your accomplishments and your goals and all that? Okay, that's cool.
You have mine, right?
I have it?
Yeah.
Did you just give it to me?
Just late.
Oh yeah, I think I do have yours.
Yeah.
And you have your, okay. Because we're gonna revisit that and do some editing. But before we do that, what I'd like you guys to do. Yeah. Okay, what I'd like you guys to do is write down the objective. This is our second lesson on personal statements. And could I get a volunteer to read it, please?
At the end of the lesson, each student will have an edited electronic version of their personal statement that they will be able to use for applying to college, and may also be adapted to use for applying for jobs in the future.
Okay, I'm going to read it again because there was a little too much talking and peripheral noise. At the end of the lesson, each student will have an edited electronic version of their personal statement that they will be able to use for applying to college. It may also be adapted to use for applying for jobs in the future. Okay? Now, I think we might have talked about this, but there's different kinds of essays that different colleges ask for different essays. So the one we worked on the first time was a general personal statement. Okay? And then there's these different prompts. So that's what we're going to go into next. We're going to refine your essay. We're going to edit it. And I'd actually like to sit with each one of you individually and help you do some editing. And then we're going to go to the next part of that. But before we do that, we're going to do a short exercise outside with some writing. So let me know when you guys are done with the objective. And on the same piece of paper, we're going to go outside and you're going to write a paragraph. And I'll give you instructions. You can just put it in the basket. Who's still working on the objective?
I'm almost done.
Okay.
They have you do that according to your program, right? The objective. And this, do they enforce that students write it down? Or is that?
Okay, you guys. Anybody else still working?
Right here.
Okay.
How is he not messing up?
Or Filipino.
Why? Because you heard Dela Cruz?
No.
I'm sorry, this was so compact.
Because it's Spanish too.
Mine is Spanish, mine is French or some type of shit.
Do we write the standard thing too?
You don't have to write the standard, you do not have to write that standard thing. That probably doesn't mean that much to you with just those numbers up there.
It's because Spain went to the Philippines and they like, took over and then they screwed all their people. And then
I just fucking said that.
I have a lot of knowledge.
¿Se van a salir?
Se los cogieron a todos.
I don't think you know. Do we write that down?
No. Well, actually, no, you don't have to write it down. I'm going to read it to you, and I think you can remember it.
Do you write
All right, so
the heading?
you don't have to write this down. But I do want you to listen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go outside as a group, and we're going to do nature writing. So it's just a warm up and an exercise, a writing exercise about being descriptive. So we're going to focus on the 5 senses, and what I'm going to do is have you pick out something you see outside, whether it's a tree, a building, a car, the clouds, just some little snapshot that you can get in your mind. And it's just anything that kind of inspires you. Now, I realize that this is not the most inspirational setting in the world, but we're gonna go with what we got, okay? And I want you to use the 5 senses and try to be as vivid as possible. So what I'm going to do now is show you an example of how this can work.
What do you smell? What do you see?
What do you hear?
A couple of examples. All right, so this one is, now this is very poetic, you know, but it does illustrate the point. So snow blows across the highway. So this is the visual of what this writer saw. Looks like a snowy day in a big city. Snow blows across the highway before me as I walk. Little wavering trails of it swept along like a people dispersed. So in other words, like that. The snow people, where are they going? Some great danger must pursue them. They hurry and fall. The wind gives them a push. They get up and go on again.
I love it.
Poetic, right? It's very pretty. All right, so that is an example. And I have another example.
There we go. Control plus.
Oh,
Where do you wanna
awesome.
go?
That's good. Just so that we could see the rest of the picture. All right, so do you guys recognize this where this is? This is a really famous, it's a little bit blurry, but it's a really famous setting of a city in the United States. First when I saw it, I thought it was Paris. In fact, I think I labeled my file Paris.
I see something like that in Vegas.
Yeah, or Vegas. Because Vegas copycats major cities. This is actually San Antonio, Texas. I would venture to guess that that's the most scenic part of San Antonio, Texas, by the way. But it's called the Riverwalk. And so what this writer did was do descriptive paragraphs. He was making a descriptive paragraph of this whole scene. But the way he's kind of trying to break it down and make it easier for students to understand is he separated it out. So we're going to focus on this little section right here, which looks like it's like a little cafe. I got to scroll. Scrolling. Attention again, guys. Okay, so there's the picture. I know it's a little fuzzy, but it's you know, where's the detail in this scene? And he's saying it's the lower left bank of the river. And then he just wrote out sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. So put that on your paper. That will help you when you go to do your paragraph. So sight.
I have a question. Are we supposed to write down the question too?
Well, you could just put detailed question mark if you want, because that's what you're going to do is you're going to write about, you're going to describe it in detail, and you're going to try to create an image with your detail. So, sight, what does he see? Brightly colored umbrellas. He's talking about lights, which I don't know if I'm just too close to it or what. Maybe, are those lights? I don't know.
No.
Sound. Now, you can either say what you hear, or if you don't hear anything, maybe you're looking at a bunch of cars and you can describe what it would sound like in your mind. You've got to use your imagination here. Smell, like the taste, like he's not actually eating anything, he's just looking at people eating, so he describes what they might be eating. And touch, what's the weather like? What does it feel like outside? And you guys, this is just, I just want to see some effort. I'm not going to grade this, but I am going to put whether you completed it with effort or not. And that's how you get credit, is I'm going to check your paper and just see what you did. I'm not looking for perfection. I just want you to try. Okay, questions before we go outside? Okay.
This is to get clipboards for everybody.
Oh, I just figured we didn't have them. I was thinking, okay. All right, so should they were.
Use the Chromebook list to give everybody a clipboard. Use the Chromebook list to call out people's names and give them a clipboard from that box.
And they were asking if they should take their things or leave them here.
No, they can leave them here.
All right.